Asians, we love to fucking haggle.
That is a very, very Asian thing to do.
Yeah.
Were you ever a kid and you went out shopping with your parents? This probably is like a lot younger when you actually could pay attention. Because now I don't give a shit if my parents haggle. But as a kid, I remember we used to go to certain places and my parents would haggle for prices and I would feel embarrassed.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's the parents that did it.
I'm like, Mom,
we're just there.
we're at McDonald's. We cannot haggle for the price here.
It's like, wait, how much is that 20 piece? I'll give you $3 for 7. How about that?
Mom, it's the dollar menu. It's not the 50 cents menu. Stop trying to haggle for a price here. Welcome to the Worst Asian Podcast, where a couple Asian American millennials give you our shitty opinions on all things Asian. I'm here with my handsome co-host, minus the handsome, Ben.
Fuck you.
How are you, Ben?
I'm good, man. What's up, bro?
I'm okay. I'm still trying to breathe properly. So, guys, once again, we're still sick. I don't know how many weeks in between episodes this is, but in the actual real timeline, this is actually pretty close. So we're still both recovering. So excuse us in case we are slightly low on energy or we have to cough our lungs out at some point during this episode.
Yeah, I was thinking about that song. Was it from Bush? It's like, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. And she's like, he's about to
I was about to cough.
Yeah,
if you guys know that song, let us know.
Yeah, that's a cue right there.
That's like dating us. So we're
dating us, carbon dating.
Carbon dating us.
That's actually dating.
What the fuck was I saying? Oh, I want to give a quick shout out to some people that left some feedback for us because I keep forgetting to do this. Don't worry, but normally the feedback is a place where they like to shit on you, but this one was relatively nice. This one comes courtesy of Moana May.
Moana. Great movie.
The title is...
Thank you for your movie.
The title is very entertaining and relatable.
Oh.
I like the frenemy relationship of these two. Joke's on you because I just don't like Ben.
Yeah.
And she continues writing, and they told me I need to review, and I've been a listener for about 3 months, and I continue. So I figured it was time to represent.
Yo.
Joke's on you also because I think after 4 months of this is when people get tired of our shit. So enjoy your last month listening to us because after a while we get really annoying. There's only so much you can tolerate, right?
Oh, that's true. Damn, 3 months. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moana from this say where?
It's an Apple review, so there is no like context or any of this.
So we're gonna assume Moana from South Dakota or Hawaii.
It's a username, so technically it could be like Asian Baby Girl 345. It doesn't make
Asian Baby Girl 345.
Yo, it's true.
I know.
Do you remember when we were younger? All the usernames on AIM, AOL, everything was like
baby.
AZN this.
Yeah.
Asian Baby Girl
AXN,
this.
Which didn't make sense, but yeah.
XO Asian boy. And there'll be like just some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, damn. I miss those times.
I do. You know what's funny? Your username on AIM and my username on AIM just used to be our names backwards. Yeah. Oh, I mean, technically, your Instagram handle is your name backwards. I forgot.
Yeah.
So you carried the AIM AOL tradition to modern social media.
Yeah, people are like, what does that mean? I'm like, it's just my name backwards. Like, oh, that's not very deep anymore. They think it means something
well,
crazy.
technically, your name backwards is actually pronounceable. When I used to put my name backwards as a user handle,
it sounds like you just got into a car accident.
Ignil.
Oh, it sounds like a dish.
Lingjie backwards is Ignil. But that used to be my AIM username handle, though.
It was.
Dude, I used to love AIM.
Yeah, bro.
You used to go home, run home, get on your computer, open up your AOL browser and like chat with your friends.
And a great thing is that you could do something called warn people.
What's warn people? I
actually
forgot.
There was a little thing where you could press, like, it was like a lightning thing, but you could do warnings. And then you had a bar, it was 100%. And then the max you could do was up to 35. But then what you did is that you had someone else warn the same person.
Oh, and that person was like banned for a short period of time.
Yeah, like an hour. So remember, we used to just do that. Now, at least you're like, holy shit, I forgot about it. And then you
was
could
that
do
on AIM or was that on
It was on AIM.
Else?
It was AIM. It was specifically AIM. And then you could change the font. You could make it like colored up. You got the little... AIM had its first emojis, actually. If you think about it, AIM was the first of its kind to have emojis.
I don't remember
characters.
I don't remember actual emojis, but we used to just use like the regular numbers and stuff as emojis, right?
No, not only that.
Dot and
less
a
than sign,
capital
3.
D.
But it was the AIM character. And it was like little giffies. You don't remember this, do you?
I don't remember this.
I'm going to look for it, and I'm going to say you're going to remember exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
My favorite thing to always send to people was the number 8 equal capital D.
Ah, yes. I hope people...
Guys, picture that in your head.
Yes. Let's say it again. The number 8.
The number 8, numerical
equals,
8.
Equal sign.
Depending on how many equals you want.
Yes.
And then the capital D.
Yes, this was a part of our math homework. It wasn't our math homework. Let's put it that way.
I used to send it to everyone all the time.
Yeah,
I was
good
also
times.
stupid because like back in school, I used to take the calculator. I'm sure you did this. I used to
hell
write 58008 and then you flip it upside down
Yes.
and it's spelled. I'll
Yes.
let you guys picture it.
Yeah. Or you could just do 8008 and 5.
80085. Oh yeah, you could do that too.
You could do that as well.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I didn't have to actually flip it over.
No, you did not. You did not.
Why did I flip it over then?
If you wanted to write something else, I think you have to flip it over. That's what it was.
I'm trying to think what is the thing that you flipped over because there's definitely something you could write in numbers. That's pretty stupid.
Oh, it's because when you wanted to do 5 3
5 3
1 or 7, then you write 8008.
Oh,
That's what it was. I feel like a fucking Kevin Nash from like A Beautiful Mind. I just did like a fucking math equation. I was like, I'll do pi 3.14, but it's really just.
Wait, how do you used to write the word penis? Because you could write the word penis in numbers and then flip around on the calculator. I'm trying to remember what that was.
It was 6 3.
But how did you make the 6 into a P? That's the one you have to flip over.
Yeah.
Oh, 9.
9
got flipped over.
9. Wait, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Oh yeah, Moana. We're so sorry. It's not gonna be 3 months. It's now. It's now. She's like, fuck this. I'm done with this episode.
Okay. What the fuck do we actually have?
Oh, so it's been a week. We're still recovering from our sickness.
It's been a week. Ben's wearing
Wink,
the exact same clothes.
Yeah. The doctor told me just to stave off infection, you wear the exact same thing for a week. That's the best way of doing it.
You know, technically, that's just giving them a breeding ground, like for the same bacteria to like grow.
For the antidote.
The antidote.
Yeah.
That's
what I'll call it.
I can't wait to actually talk extensively normally and not cough. Especially now because we're screaming and projecting for 3 hours in person.
Uh-huh.
I feel myself catching my breath. This must be how fat people feel.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I wonder how they feel.
I'm kidding.
No, he's not. He's not.
This is how Ben feels every day of his life.
Yeah, I was like, wait for it. I was like, yo, he means this.
This feels like when you go to the gym and you do something like cardiovascularly intensive. And then you're trying to like talk on the phone or talk with the person at the gym. You're like huffing and puffing as you're talking.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when I'm doing this entire podcast so far today.
Yeah, that's true. It's like I hate working out and talking to someone because it's like, it's just fucking up my shit. That's if I pretend I'm working out.
I don't get people who go to the gym and they are at the gym for like 3-4 hours, but they're not doing like 3 or 4 hours worth of actual working
high
out.
Intensity.
No, I'm saying they're doing like small sets of stuff. Like the stuff they do could be condensed down to definitely less than an hour, even if you do free weight training and like the cardio portion of it.
Yeah.
But they end up spending like 3-4 hours at the gym.
Yeah, because they're probably just trying to hit on someone or they're just talking to their friend. I hate when people talk on the machines. That's a good ranting and raving. But yeah.
I don't actually go to the gym, so I actually don't know how that is. But I always hear other people just
Lingjie
complain
has
about
his own gym. That's what he's trying to say. He has his own gym.
Technically, I do have my own gym, but it's not in the way that you guys are probably picturing it.
Oh, I said hi to your personal trainer. Thank you. What's up, Ronnie? How you doing? Yeah, I'll be. Yeah, I'm good on the training.
Brian Chang's my AA personal trainer.
Ronnie Chang. There you go. I didn't think about that.
What the fuck are these actual show notes? Okay, guys, what we're gonna be talking about today is where's my actual notes for this? Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about how us and maybe our Asian families, maybe our Asian friends, maybe our Asian trying to think of other Asian things.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you trying to say right now?
I'm just trying to say, like, when you grow up as a kid with a family that doesn't have that much money, they find very unique and sometimes funny ways to save money.
Okay.
Sometimes maybe it's not funny. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes not. Maybe it's illegal.
or it could be that.
Yeah.
I think one of my examples is actually illegal.
Okay.
But, you know, your Asian family growing up, or maybe you guys carry down these traits. You do certain things that just seem like common sense to you, but if you really take a step back and you think about it, like that's a weird way just to save like a couple cents.
Yeah.
Do you have a list, or do you want to like go back and forth? How do you want to do this topic for today?
We could just go back and forth, I guess.
Okay. What do you have, Ben, on your list of ways that Asian families like to save money?
Yeah. I think this is kind of something we did talk about or Harvard back onto. We like to hoard.
Hoarding.
Specifically, if we go, let's just say, for example, if we go to any fast food joint area.
Yeah.
One of my favorite strategies, or all-time classics, you can say, is just taking as many napkins as possible.
Oh, shit. I love taking free napkins from this place.
Yeah.
I love
From
going to a
this
restaurant and
place.
taking all the napkins that I can.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes it's like, I just remember like I'll have like my kitchen and it's just different types of napkins.
It is, right?
So it's like I'll have like the Dunkin' Donuts when they used to actually print on it, and the Burger King.
You have like those like tiny, really flimsy ones. Then you have the brown ones.
Yeah, the brown ones that are really shitty, but it's like, yo, that's a lot. That's one way of saving. If you want, what's it? Definitely take as many sugar packets as possible. Because sugar's expensive.
You think that's the reason why some places are doing like a lot of different things to stop you from doing that strategy?
Why you? I like how Lingjie like from doing that. Points at Ben. Points.
I point at you. The tissue dispensers now, you have to take the ones where it's one by one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It used to be sometimes.
I'll take one by one, no problem, bro.
Yeah, but you can't like fold them back up and actually take them home. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're touching it too. You're right.
When you take the one tissue out from that giant dispenser thing, they come out and like they're all loose, so you can't like really fold them back up. It used to be some places would just have like a full stack, like a flat container, and you could just take like a whole stack of napkins.
So what Lingjie's trying to say is that next time, guys, just take the whole container
take the
that
actual
holds
container.
the tissue. Now you have a tissue dispenser. That's what Lingjie's saying.
I mean, it's out there. Like when you go
It's out there. He's actually like, yeah, fuck it. That's how to save money.
when you go to Taco Bell, how much sauce do you take?
Oh man, dude, it's the idea is like the claw from the arcade machine, right? Remember that's how you used to do. You just and then there'll be that one packet that exploded, and you're like, oh, you got that all that grimy shit on. You're like, fuck it, I'm taking this shit.
But you're definitely taking more than what you need for your one order at that moment.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. What's it? The new modern version now is I don't give a fuck. Thank you, Chipotle. They have all those fucking hot sauces out there. So guys, if you didn't know, you're allowed to just take one bottle of Chipotle.
You're
Tabasco sauce. Hey, I asked them, like, hey, so when I take my my bowl, right?
Yeah.
That one bottle is mine? Oh yeah. So I always look for the most full one.
You're talking about those like mini ones, right?
Oh, I'm talking about the full. If you go to Chipotle,
They have full size
it's
hot
full
sauce
size
bottles.
Tabasco bottles, and yeah, and I just take them all the time.
You know what's funny? I'm sure like they could have individual packets, but in the theme of trying to like be environmentally friendly, they have like actual full bottles where you just pour yourself, right?
Yeah.
I guess them being eco-friendly equals you having the opportunity to take like a full bottle of Chipotle
I have
sauce.
no shame. I haven't been to Chipotle in a while, so
Yeah.
I gotta check if they still do it because they're gonna eventually stop that shit. They're gonna have their own like dispenser.
New York City has that law now where when you order takeout, the store themselves is not allowed to by default give you napkins and utensils.
Oh,
By
you're
law,
right.
they can't.
Yeah.
You can ask for it and then they'll give it to you, but by default, by law, for some reason, they cannot just put it in there unless you specifically ask for
That is
utensils
true.
and napkins. So
That
now,
is
like when
very
you go
true.
to places and sometimes customers get pissed off, like, "Hey, you forgot my napkins." Sorry, I'm just
Okay,
coughing.
Lingjie just died right there.
Just coughing. I'm just trying to cough. Try to get through all this talking without actually trying to cough.
Do you feel like it's like now it's hitting you?
It's hitting me a lot worse.
Oh shit!
We're in hour 2 of recording today.
Yes,
That's
we
why
are.
maybe today we're better than we were last time, but
Oh
because
hell yeah! I mean, I am.
we're talking and recording a double episode, it just like hits you a little bit harder.
Okay.
Okay, the next thing on my list is reusing food containers.
Oh,
I think you talked about
classic.
this. Here's the
Love
thing.
it.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wrong at all to like reuse a sturdy food container that they give you as long as it's like washable. Sometimes when you get like
agree.
food that's like in spicy sauce and it's stained red and super oily and greasy,
Yeah.
those you probably can't reuse.
Or if you get any spicy Korean soup,
Right.
it's oily.
It's oily and it's stained red, right?
And my mom will like be like, "You could drink water." I was, Mom, it's like pink. Like what the fuck, man?
If it's in good condition and you can actually use it, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't even think it's like a trying to be frugal kind of thing or it's like an eco-friendly thing. I just think it's would be so.
It is very eco-friendly though.
It technically is by default. It is. I don't think Asian people are trying to be eco-friendly when they do this
No.
kind of shit. They're just trying to actually save
It's
money.
just fucking cheap. Some places when you order like takeout, the containers are so nice. You're like, oh, I have to reuse those.
Yeah, it is, right?
Right. You're like, oh, this is better than my actual fucking my Tupperware.
Like the actual Tupperware that you buy sometimes, like that
Yeah.
stuff is expensive as hell.
By the way, I'm getting distracted. Is that your dad? The picture of your dad right there in the suit?
Yeah,
Oh shit! I was looking. I was
that's
like,
the Eiffel Tower behind them.
oh my god, that's a really good. Yo, that's a gangster ass. I know we're doing the episode, but Lingjie has like these like really expensive photo frames where they like
They're just Google Homes.
whatever what he just said. Yeah, Google Homes. I don't know what that means, but I don't know what Google is. But it has a picture. I was like, who is that? I was like, is that his dad? So that was him in a suit.
It's a picture of my dad in front of the Eiffel Tower
He
in a
looks like-
suit.
He looks like that dude from Cowboy Bebop, right there.
Oh, John
the main
Cho?
character. Yeah, like that looked very.
That's true. He's actually pretty skinny.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. I was like, yo, handsome. That's a great fucking picture, man.
That photo looks like it should be the background of when you go to like a KTV and they're
Yo.
singing. You know what I mean?
The music video shit.
Whenever you go to
He's like the main protagonist.
whenever you're like KTV. Oh God, are you okay?
I'm okay. That was a good one.
Whenever you go KTV, I swear to
Yeah.
God, they have not updated the
They never
machines
will.
in forever. It's always some vintage 80s, 90s video of like a Asian lady wandering the park or
Yep.
the forest.
Yeah. And that's another way of how Asians save money.
But
They
never
just-
update technology.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep it traditional.
Tupperware. I think we can
Yeah.
all agree our parents like reuse Tupperware until they literally fucking break.
Yeah, it has to break.
It has to break or has
Or
to
like
get
melt, or it has to melt somehow.
or it has to like the lid can no longer seal with the rim of the actual container.
Yeah,
and then you actually
use
throw that
too
shit
much
out.
and shit. Yeah.
Plus, when you have family that comes over, like I was saying, and you give them Tupperware for leftovers, like do Western people ask for Tupperware back? If you go to someone's like Thanksgiving thing and they have a lot of like turkey
It
left over,
depends on if it's nice. That's what it is. So I guess Westerners, if it's like made out of like porcelain or glass, it's like, oh, you feel obligated to,
to like bring it
return
back, right?
Then it's like, okay.
So that's the beauty of having like reused Tupperware.
It's like,
You can give your friend like leftover food and it's nice and it's not
Yeah.
wasteful for the food. But at the same time, you'd be like, oh, they know because it's reused. They don't have to bother
Yeah.
driving it back to give you the Tupperware back.
I hate it. I mean, I didn't hate it, but my mom has a bad habit. I mean, it's not a bad habit, but she'll collect, tons of plastic bags.
Yes.
Tons. To the point where like we knew the amount that we were using was never going to be enough to get rid of our actual amount.
Yeah.
So it was like hoarding in a way. So it's like just too much. And then, it gets that funky plastic smell.
Yeah.
It
And then
gets
like,
crusty.
after a while, it like fuses together if it's really cheap
Yeah.
bags.
Yeah, exactly. Now, New York City law states that we have to use tote bags, which is terrible because I went to a Target recently. They just leave all those bags out now. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I can just take all this shit now because they used to charge you, remember, if you wanted a bag.
Ben, they charge you. I think you're just shoplifting.
Oh, it's just-
I'm not kidding.
I do it all the time.
You're talking about
Oh
the
my God, I love
bags
it.
that's by the
Those,
self-checkout,
yeah,
right?
the grape Target bags.
When you check out,
I take all of it.
check out,
box.
the machine asks you how many bags and it charges you 5 cents per bag.
I say 0.
But you take the whole roll.
I take the whole whatever that I need, and I'll just take a chunk and put it back in, and then just walk out.
I don't need to cut out this scene, right?
No, I don't give a fuck.
No one from Target is actually watching this show, right?
No. And by the way, this is just all for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, maybe it's a joke.
Yeah, maybe it's a joke, guys.
Exaggeration.
Yeah, Target. Yeah.
Exaggeration.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying what other people might be doing. So I'm trying to help you guys.
When New York City and like these places started doing less and less plastic bags,
Yeah.
I saw a direct correlation with my plastic bag bucket kept getting less and less and less,
Right?
to the point where for the first time in my life, I had to buy garbage bags.
Oh, shit.
I had to actually go to like Amazon or Target and buy
Get the fuck
trash bags
out.
because it used to be I always had enough.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
You used to always have enough plastic bags from when you get takeout that you could just reuse them as your garbage
bag,
liner.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, I'm like, oh, I guess this is good for the environment, but it's not good for my wallet.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I didn't think about that. Fuck. I forgot what I was going to say about that. It was a really good correlation to that.
You're saying your mom used to have like used to hoard too much of the bags in her thing?
What's it? The tote bags, going back to that. Now we're just having a collection of tote bags. So like that's like the new thing.
I feel like that's worse in the environment. You have less plastic bags, but people have more and more reusable tote bags.
Right. But dude, let's be honest. If you can, guys, when you go to like a Target, a Costco, wherever it is you're going, right?
Yeah, take as many of those bags like Ben does.
Oh
as you
yeah,
want.
like that Ben used as an example. If I was gonna shop,
All right, hypothetical Ben.
hypothetical Ben.
I forgot.
But what I was trying to say is that before, when the law came out, we made a conscious effort. That's we have some in the car, right?
Yes.
But it's getting to the point where people are forgetting that shit, and the store employees are not giving a fuck. So this is like, yeah, just take it, whatever. If depending on who the person is. H Mart, I will give you respect. They're smart. When you do forget, right?
Yeah.
I'll admit I am the person that forgets all the
You
time.
probably forget most of the time, I would say.
Oh yeah. So when I do ask them, right? But the thing is, like, they do this where they give you. Not only is it like it's not reusable because it's a paper bag.
Yep.
It's a really nice sturdy paper bag, but their bags don't have handles on.
Nope, it does not.
So they purposely do that. It's smart because then it really does reinforce the idea. Hey, you're not gonna want to do this again over and over because it is a bitch holding your groceries like like a kid where a handle.
You know what's really funny? Back in the day, they used to just have those plastic bags. I'm sorry, those paper
yeah,
bags
yeah,
with
back
no
in the
handles.
good old days, right?
Yeah, you used to just carry that stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And so I was like, oh shit, that's actually really smart of them. Target, I've just discovered what your employees should be doing better of. Not that I shoplift, thank God.
Hypothetical Ben takes all the bags.
Yeah.
Real life Ben would pay the 5 cents, the nickel for the bag for sure.
That's right, guys.
You know what some Asian people do? So the bag law is across all places in New York City, right? So Chinese supermarkets can no longer give you like the stereotypical red bag that has the
GW. I don't know.
whatever, the logo of the place that you go into. So you no longer see those red bags as much.
Yeah.
So what Asian people do is, because most of the time they either don't have a bag with them or they forget their bags too, they'll go to the vegetable section. They'll take the roll of like that.
The produce bag stuff.
The produce bag, the clear produce bag that's meant to be for you to put the vegetables in when you buy it. They'll take that and then they'll put all their groceries in that and they'll use that as the new bag. It's not helping the environment.
It's not.
It's not.
Hypothetical Ben does the same thing, by the way.
That there's nothing wrong with, because you're not really stealing, and the people at the cash register, they see you doing it, and what the fuck are they gonna do, right? Tell you to put the bag back?
Yeah, exactly.
They're not, right?
Yeah, it's been used. It's been teared off.
They're already putting their thing in the bag.
I personally like to use those bags. Also, I'll grab a couple. So when I buy like meat products, because sometimes it does leak, the juice.
It does. Yeah.
So it's a good thing to like help separate a lot of the produce too.
Getting onto the meat thing. I guess this can just relate to my next thing. My parents freeze everything. Do your parents freeze everything?
Oh yeah, dude.
Holy shit. They think just because it's been frozen that it will stand the test of time for multiple years.
Forever. Yeah, and then they'll try to cook it, or like I'll look at them like it has like that freezer burn shit.
The freezer burn thing, which is like the little icicles that start growing on it.
Oh god. One time I remember I found ice cream in my freezer. I was like, I could go for some ice. I open it and it has like the shards like just it's coming out. It's almost like a plant or fungus like coming out on top of the
It's like
the
when you
surface.
take those really big rocks and you cut them in half and have the crystals coming out.
Yeah,
like,
exactly, bro. I was like, what the fuck? And then like my fat ass is like, oh fuck, I could eat this shit. Oh, like just gotta melt a little.
I don't know if you smelled it, but there's this weird funky smell in my house right now. That's because I had durian last night.
No, I don't smell it.
Okay, it's probably just in the garbage can. So I had a packet of frozen durian that was in my freezer, and this is my fault. That's been in my freezer for like I think like a year plus. I was like, I need to eat this. So I took it out and it had the freezer burn on it.
And you ate it.
And because I'm Asian,
that's another thing about it.
I freaking ate that shit. So what's freezer burn to an Asian person? It's just more ice, right? It's just more water content. You just let that shit melt off. It's like
more filling.
It's perfectly fine. So, but some of the pieces of durian had a funky taste that was not durian funk. I was like, sweetie, is this sour? She's like, stop eating that shit if it's sour.
Oh man, what's it?
I still ate 90% of that carton though.
You got to, man. I think another way Asians try to save money is we like to keep things like, especially food wise, even if it's on the brink. I mean, thank God my mom finally stopped doing it. She had a terrible habit of like pushing the limit of what what expired means.
No, there's a difference though. Best by date and expiration date are technically different.
Yes.
But to an immigrant person, everything is best by date.
Yes.
And if it's frozen, it's to infinity and beyond.
Yeah, dude.
You can just keep it forever.
Yeah. What's it? My mom thinks that as long as it's still sealed, even though it expired, it's like, it's so good.
It's like bacteria didn't get in this because it's sealed. What's the chances of bacteria growing from inside already? That's not how bacteria works.
You can still have this can of soup. It expired 3 years ago, but it's still sealed. Yeah.
By the way, mold is there even if you can't see it. If your slice of bread has mold on one section and you can visibly see it, there's probably spores of mold on the rest of the bread. So please, this is a disclaimer. Don't do that shit.
Yes. Mold could be white. So as in it could be transparent to whatever food it's on.
Yeah.
Because people don't know that as well. But yeah, that would really be annoying. I'm like, oh God, this is so disgusting. She finally understands it, especially with milk. I'm like, yo, this is turning to cheese.
There are some products where you really can't go past the date, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like milk-based products, don't roll the dice on that.
Yeah, dude, I don't get that shit, man. It's so bad, dude.
Some other things like hot sauce. Tell me if this is really stupid, right? This is my mentality about hot sauce or like spicy food, okay?
I can't know what you're going to say.
I'm like, if this spicy food says it's expired, what's the chances of bacteria growing on something that is so spicy?
That is true.
Like the spicy oils or like the whatever, I'm like, this probably makes no scientific sense to me. But like, someone can really correct me on this. What's the chances of like bacteria growing on expired hot sauce? What's the one that's really bad that I had?
The bomb?
The bomb. Like, what's the chances? What's the
bomb.
chances of bacteria wanting to grow on this product?
So I didn't notice, but someone was like, I was like, oh, Tabasco hot sauce, same thing. They're like, no, dude. If you think about it, it's really not. It's like only really fancy places will give you Tabasco. I'm like, oh.
Is Tabasco a brand? It is, right? Where it's
Tabasco is a type of hot sauce. It's a specific type. So
So what's the brand that we always see? What brand is that?
McIlhenny, I think, is
Okay,
is
okay.
the one with like the red twist off with the white label.
Yeah,
and
that's the
stuff.
one that we always see everywhere.
Right, but the thing is that like I didn't really think about it, but it's like, oh yeah, you're right. Tabasco is a vinegar-based hot sauce. Or other just hot sauces like Cholula, what's it, Frankie's. I mean, Frankie's is Tabasco, but I didn't really think about that. I was,
Are you
you're
trying to say
right.
that if it's vinegar based, it should last longer because the vinegar
should,
kills off
yeah.
bacteria?
Yeah, and he was like saying like, yeah, like fancy places give you Tabasco, but fancy places doesn't give you hot sauce. I was like, oh shit, you're right. Unless they make their own.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, you're right. But yeah, Tabasco, because it's more vinegar based, it should last a lot longer.
Should you hold it indefinitely, like past the actual expiration date?
Hypothetical Ben is gonna say yes. Go for it, guys.
Ketchup sometimes always expires in my fridge. I get a can or a tube of ketchup and it always expires.
Do you remember? Yeah. Do you remember our fat friend from the highway?
Yes.
He had in his fridge. He had like couple-year-old expired like ranch dressing or mayo or some shit.
Like a year old?
You don't remember this?
Was that from his brother when he used to live at home?
It was in the fridge, and then like they've been eating from it. I think he got so pissed. We were looking at it and stuff. But that's
He got pissed because he just found out that it was expired.
It was mad old. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I forgot about that one too.
But I had a point and then I started coughing and then I forgot what the fuck my actual point was. So maybe if I have a point, okay, I remember my actual point now.
Yeah.
And this is kind of ties to our fat friend on the highway. So he recently had a birthday party for his daughter, which I could not attend because I had what disease. And then Ben couldn't attend because I guess he just was too busy at work. Or he had his illness.
You know what dumbass disease.
Right. So,
Uh-huh.
and then a bunch of people couldn't come because our CTO has his newborn baby, so he couldn't come as well.
Yeah.
So I think what ended up happening was he ordered a lot of food for the birthday party.
Yeah.
And then he obviously had too much food, right?
Yeah.
With the amount of people that was attending. But the Asian person in him, or maybe just a cheap person in him, was forced to eat all the food because he felt bad just throwing it out.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's another thing that's like really Asian-ish is when you have all this food, even if you're like stuffed and you're packed, you feel obligated to finish your food off your plate just because you were taught that way that you can't waste food.
And your parents would, be really pissed off, especially if you don't finish your bowl of rice. They get really pissed.
And it doesn't matter if you're like super full or whatever. You just have to finish your food because food is like a scarce resource to them growing up. So they're trying to instill that onto you. But our fat friend on the highway had like, I think, an entire Costco sandwich platter that like no one finished. And he was saying he was getting sick and tired. And his wife said the same shit too. She's like, we've been eating this for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for multiple days after the party.
Yeah. Oh man, that's true. That's like one of the signatures is you have to finish your food. And I'm gonna blame that's why I'm so fat on that. It's because of strong Asian traditions. Then you just look at me like, you're so full of shit.
You're so full of shit because you actually enjoy eating the food.
Yeah, but
let's just be real.
I definitely am like, oh man, I this is hurting. And I was like, fuck, but you're right. You have to finish it.
But are you eating because you actually have that instilled in you, or you just like bored eating?
Dude, it's instilled.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's a hard discipline.
My wife had that too when we first got married and then we moved in together.
Yeah.
For the first like however period of time, whenever we had leftover food on the table, I, being the horrible human being I am, I was just like, oh, whatever, just like throw this shit out because I'm not a good person, right? But she has it really like whipped into her from her family experience.
Yeah.
You have to finish all the food.
I agree. Yeah. That makes
Over the years, she's been gradually like loosening up on it.
My mom had a bad tendency of buying groceries, and then I kept telling her like, Mom, stop buying this stuff because it's just gonna end up being expired. So she'll buy something if it's on sale. That's another thing, right? Us Asians, we love sales.
We fucking love sales, but sales always get you. Sales always get you because sometimes there are fake sales where it's purposely marked up and then they remark it back down.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's a sale. And other times it's like food that's about to expire.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. So that was happening a lot. And then, like within the week, I'm like, see, look, it's just a waste now. It's just taking up, like you said, we hoard on the freezer.
Right.
We'll throw in the freezer. Oh, that's
it's
like
about to expire. So just like give it a second life in the freezer.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a really shitty comparison. It's like when someone is like a vegetable and they're bedridden and you don't want to pull the plug.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a bad comparison?
That's just,
oh, sorry.
It's a very grim comparison, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I mean, right?
It's not a bad comparison. It's just grim.
He's brain dead. I love him.
But he's still...
We need to part ways, but technically he's on life support.
So he's alive.
He's alive. That's like with the food,
yeah,
right?
That's the main thing. It's like...
That's what throwing it in the freezer is. It's like, it's just at the expiration date. Just throw it in the freezer, freeze that bacteria or whatever.
Yeah, hopefully that... Or it'll slow down the bacteria.
Or slow down the bacteria.
Yeah.
and then you just can take it back out in the future whenever, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any more food related ways to save money before we move on to actually the next part of it?
I don't think so. Just thank you Chipotle for all that free hot sauce.
Oh, Asians love saving money by making their own food. And let me
Yes.
just branch this out, okay?
Uh-huh.
A lot of people when they go to work nowadays, maybe it's a more Western culture.
Oh, okay,
Most
okay.
people tend to go out and like buy lunch. I think it's a good way to save money if you're Asian, if you're not Asian, just by making your own lunch, either from leftovers from the night before or just like,
Or your Costco, sandwich platter.
yeah. How much you want to bet that our fat friend on the highway probably had that sandwich platter for lunch for a couple days afterwards?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely. I had a similar thing in college. I was like, college buying lunch. I was like, I can't afford this shit. Like when they
I
have a
felt like
cafeteria.
college lunch was pretty cheap.
I don't know. For me, like every day.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I couldn't afford it. I was like, so I just started buying my own shit. I couldn't cook really, so it's always like rice, bland meat, and just like regular broccoli. And I was just like, oh god, I was just like forcing
Was
myself.
that actually cheaper, or you just?
It was a lot cheaper. I forgot you went to a CUNY, but I went to Queens College for a bit, and like it was expensive.
Queens College
And
is
it was
also a CUNY.
yeah, but it was like it wasn't cheap. It was not cheap, and everywhere you went, like the food wasn't amazing. It was overpriced because they knew like you're gonna pay for it regardless.
I had more street carts in the city when I went to college, so maybe that was a
Oh,
little bit
that's
better.
why. Yeah, you didn't have
Halal
like
food and stuff like that.
that's why that makes
You
more
had
sense.
less street carts here in Queens. I think
Yeah,
that's
it
the
was
part of the
it
reason.
was part of like the actual college, and the fucking lunch was just garbage.
Okay. I take back my point. I think maybe if you're buying lunch inside the actual college university, it felt like it was more expensive. But I had access to like all the street carts, the halal carts, and
Yeah,
like
that's
back then
true.
it was like $5 for like a giant halal meal,
Yeah.
and that would like keep me through.
Were you the one like always making coffee from home and stuff?
No, hell
That's
no.
why.
Well, in college I didn't do that, but now I do that because I don't want to pay for actual coffee outside. Like it hurts me to buy coffee outside because
right? It's like in case you're like exhausted.
yes,
you need
if you're
coffee.
exhausted, if you're not gonna come home anytime soon,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, one time I bought like an Americano. I told you I was like, how much is it? $4.90. I was like, what the fuck?
it's like a tiny thing too, right?
That's what halal was.
Okay, all right, guys, we're powering through. I think we're
Oh,
both
we're
losing a
at
little
our
bit of
favorite
energy.
segment of our episode.
No, we're not.
ranting- oh no.
This is way too fucking early to be in that part. Okay, let's see. What else do I have on my list over here? Let's just talk about random things repurposing. Tell me if you did this, or maybe you were too rich as a kid because, like you told us before,
That's
you went to
funny.
Disney
Hypothetical,
World.
Ben.
You went to Disney World.
Oh, now I'm the rich one.
Did your family used to like walk down the street randomly sometimes, and you saw good furniture being thrown out, and you used to pick up that furniture and take it back home to be
I
reused?
literally still do that. Yes.
Wait, you still do that?
Oh yeah, dude. If I see something nice and it looks like newish, I'm like, all right, did it rain? No. Yeah, dude.
What kind of examples would be okay to take? Not like a couch or a mattress, right?
No, hell no. That's just ugh. But if it's just like a nice shelf.
Oh, like a
definitely a
wooden
nice
shelf or like a metal shelf or something?
Yeah. Or like sometimes like if it's like a chair, like a nice wooden chair or steel chair, it's like it's still like fundamentally sound. There's no like
Is it actual
chipping.
garbage? Because some people also put out their furniture and they put a sign on it that says free to take.
Yeah.
That's usually like better condition stuff that they're just trying to get rid of quickly.
Yeah.
Or are you literally going next to like the garbage places? And
No. Like the dump
like
with the seagulls and shit.
dumpster diving.
No, but what's it? I remember when I used to live in Long Island City. I
Wow,
remember
that was a long time ago.
that was a long time ago. But I remember how, because the people there were a lot more affluent, the shit that they're throwing out was like nice, and it was crazy that they had like a community board where they're like, oh, giving away this. So like, I remember like we got like a new desk.
Oh, that's nice.
What's it? We had new pots, really nice coat hangers. And also, we even got like a brand new TV that was really nice for free. So like, yeah, there's just people like throwing out shit that like still work. It's just they were so lazy and rich that they didn't give a shit.
Oh, so it's just
They didn't want to
basically
take it.
right. You would have to go inside and actually pick it up.
Yeah.
So for the hassle of you picking it up from the house, like to them, they're
Yeah,
conveniently getting rid of their garbage without having to manually move it out of the house.
right.
But for you, you're gaining something. All you have to pay is just that little bit of manual labor.
exactly. That's all it was, man.
My wife is constantly on this board on Facebook. It's called Trash to Treasure.
Oh, okay.
Are you on that shit?
I'm not, but that's a great idea. That's a great
So
thing.
there's probably like a bunch of them. I'm sure in your local area, you have like a community board on Facebook. It's
Yeah.
called Trash to Treasure, TTT, whatever they want to call it. And people are constantly giving away free shit. It's like stuff that maybe is in good condition, but they have
Yeah.
no use for it. And the same thing too, like you post it, the first person to like comment and claim the thing gets the thing. You just have to then coordinate going over and pick it up.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's actually good stuff. But you know what that encourages hoarding.
Yes, that is true.
A lot of people on those pages see it as a game now. So it's no longer about, do I actually need this like coffee end table or like this nice chair?
It's free, so I need it now.
It's free, and you want to be the first one to claim it.
Yeah.
So they're constantly like refreshing to claim shit that they probably don't necessarily need just because it's free.
Yeah. I remember last time you had to come over to use our bathroom. Pretty much if you come over now, we like got like all new shit recently.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I mean a lot of it I bought, but then at the same time, like it just happened to be we got like a lot of free shit that just happened to match. So it's like
You mean furniture for your house?
Yeah. So if you came now, you're like, oh shit, like everything's like what's it? Revamped, I guess you could say.
Renovated.
But yeah, like going with what you're saying is like, I love that kind of shit. When there's like free stuff and it's like, it matches, especially, it's like a win.
Repurposing furniture, I think is fine because when my wife is on the same board, but she's also giving away stuff too. Like sometimes we'll be clearing our house and there's things that we don't need anymore and we just want to give it away, but it's like perfectly good stuff. Oh, so for instance, we're getting rid of all our kid stuff, right? So as my son ages out certain toys and stuff, I'm sure you've seen it in our group chat.
You're saying, Ben, get a kid so I can get free shit. That's what you're trying to say.
Yo, by the time you have a kid, you'll still get free shit, but it's been in like 3 families already. It's been like passed down.
I'll take it.
What is this? This is a kitchen center, but the faucet is broken. And it's like missing the knife. And one of the plastic cabinet doors, your kid's playing with the toy kitchen, but it has like no doors left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll still get free shit, but it's been like worn out for a while.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think it's fine to like pass down stuff. I got a lot of hand-me-downs as a kid also.
Yeah.
Oh, clothing, right?
Yeah.
Did you get clothing?
Yeah, clothing wise, most of it was brand new. And then my brother got a lot of the hand-me-downs. Even now, I still give a lot of my stuff to my brother. And a lot of it will be like new. You know, sometimes I'll buy something and it's like, oh shit, like that's the thing I hate about.
You get too fat for it.
Yeah,
you can just
fat.
say it.
I'm either too fat or I just assume that online shop. That's why I hate online shopping. I have to try it on. You'll buy it, you think it's the same thing, but everyone's measurements are fucked up.
Yeah, different companies have different sizes.
Yeah, so like what I thought should fit me will fit my dad or my brother.
Yeah.
But it's like at the same time, it's like, oh, thank God I could give it to them instead of like, oh, I can't return it now, because that's another thing I think Asians do is that we like to shop clearance or things that like we'll take the chance.
Fucking clearance. I love clearance.
Yeah. So
I love clearance. You know how I don't like to have stuff in general, but even I get enticed when shit is on sale.
It's like yo, I have to buy it. It's like I don't need it. Maybe I'll use it once. I'll buy it. I didn't know I needed a fucking, this gas electric motor. I'm gonna buy it
because it's like
just in case
90% off, right?
Yeah.
What if I need this in the future? I have to pay full price.
Exactly. I might as well have it. It weighs 800 pounds, but fuck it, I might need it.
My wife always tells me, you look at the value way too much. So I think we were on vacation and we had to buy sunscreen, right? I was literally standing at Walmart for 15 minutes holding 2 packages of like sunscreen, right?
Yeah.
One was like a double pack and I was doing the per ounce calculation of it. And the other one was just a single pack, which is more per ounce. She's like, we're not going to use all this. Stop doing the value thing and just get the individual one. But this is so much cheaper per ounce. This is so much cheaper. I'm like, and in my head, I'm trying to figure out how do I bring this back to New York because we didn't have a check-in. So there's a liquid maximum, right?
Yeah.
I have to buy individual travel.
And then you got to put it in 3-ounce containers and shit.
She's like, stop doing that for everything and just get the individual one.
That is true.
We also got After Sun Cream.
After sun cream,
like
aloe vera gel kind of thing like that?
Because it was really sunny that week. We were on vacation.
Yeah.
So what happens was like that stuff only came in like it was like
like large ass,
like a large ass container,
like 12 ounces. And
there was no smaller size and there was no double pack, so we got the 12-ounce thing. So on my final couple of days in California, there was like at least 95% left of this tube.
Yeah.
I bathed myself. My whole body was. I bathed my whole body in this After Sun. I covered my face, my legs, every nook and cranny of my body.
You used it. You got your money's back.
Even if that skin saw no sun, I bathed my entire body in this lotion.
Oh, God.
If I have to throw this shit out, or if I have to leave it here for the next person at the Airbnb, I'm going to leave them as little as I can. I'm using this as much of it.
Oh, my God. That's fucking hilarious.
Tell me you would not do that, though.
If I can leave it for the next, paying it forward, I don't mind doing that. So I think you beat me on that part. If I know someone will end up using it,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's the only reason why. But I will do the same thing as you. If
Yeah.
I knew for a fact that I'd throw it away.
I mean, I'm not the kind of person to put on lotion, right? So there are parts of my body that probably never saw lotion before. And this is the first time I saw lotion.
Yeah. What's it? Especially if you go to a hotel, I love just getting as much of
Oh
the shit.
fuck, yo,
Hotels, I love all that shit.
I love taking all this stuff.
I will take a towel here and there.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll take a little, especially if it's like a little hand towel. I'm like, this is a good towel. Yeah. 'Cause, you
I've
know,
actually never thought about doing that.
Oh, I mean, this is, by the way, this is a hypothetical
Hypothetical
Ben.
Ben.
and Lingjie.
Hypothetical Ben would do that.
And Lingjie.
Real life Ben would never actually do that.
Yeah, because, hypothetical Ben will take the pillows.
Let me just put this out there. If it's a Airbnb, don't
that's different.
Don't even hypothetically do
Yeah,
that.
that's different.
Because that's like usually like a small person that's just trying to make like a small business thing.
I like how you say small person. That's an actual person
That's small human
that
being.
belongs to them. They paid with their own money. Where a
That's
hotel is
small-
like,
If you're staying at the Marriott or whatever, if they have a towel that's missing, they're not gonna give a fucking shit, right?
no, they don't.
Like it doesn't matter. It's like a large corporation. But if you steal like giant towels from like a small Airbnb, then you're directly affecting a person, right?
Exactly.
It feels bad. You shouldn't do shit like that.
It's a small mom and pop's business that you're affecting, technically.
Yeah. So I would say I would be okay stealing a towel too. Usually, I think when I come back from vacation, I have no space.
Yeah, I
You know
agree.
what I mean? Like you don't have space for that shit, so I wouldn't even bother stealing a towel.
If it's a nice towel too, you're like, oh, I love the hotels that like, it's like really nice fucking shampoos, little things. I'm like,
Yeah.
right?
You take all that shit.
I take all of it.
And what you can actually do is you can actually call front desk and ask for more of it.
Yes, you can.
And then you just get more of that.
That's it, baby. So I remember, even right now, I work on top of the Sheraton. What's great about it is that like if I ever just need like little, toiletries, like little mouthwashes, toothbrushes, you have slippers, like, temporary slippers even.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
But you don't work at the hotel. You work adjacent to the hotel. So how do you get the stuff from the hotel?
I just ask for it. They don't mind. They know who I am at this point.
You walk to the front desk of the hotel that
Yeah.
you're not staying at,
Yo,
and you ask them for slippers and
yo,
toiletries.
we're so
I need to brush my teeth. Do you have a disposable toothbrush?
yeah, it's to the point where like they don't even give a fuck. They just like let me go behind their desk or into the office.
Do you know the receptionist?
I know everyone there.
Okay,
That's it. I
okay.
do know. And it's not me just like fucking like creeping around and be like, hey, what's that over there? And then like me running. I'm like, hey, hi you guys, what's up? I just need something to grab, blah, blah, blah. They're like, yeah, go for it.
I also really hope that you're reciprocating the hospitality.
Oh, of course.
I hope like when they come to your lounge that you at least give them like a free drink or two.
Oh, dude, no, I take care of them.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
take care of
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so
So basically, you're using one corporation's money to pay for something else, and then you're getting something personally in return, right?
yes, but it's good business. It's good business. That's the way I like to think of it, okay?
It's
and this
networking
hypo-
with someone else's money.
Yes, yes. And this is all hypothetical entertainment purposes
That's
only.
not hypothetical. You literally said it's your job. You said next to your lounge, there's a thing.
Oh, yes. So, this is hypothetical bizarro, man.
Yo, it's right now. I'm getting to a point where I'm like half dreaming. I don't know if the drugs are kicking in.
Really?
I'm like half daisy right now.
Oh, you're like starting to fade.
I'm starting to fade. Not like
I know.
I think my voice is still there because I'm trying my best, but I think
You're really forcing it right now.
I'm really voicing it. So guys, if you here comes the plug. If you can clearly tell that I'm struggling to both breathe and to project right now. So
Okay.
take a second to pause the podcast. If you have not left us a review, it actually does make a big difference. You don't have to give us a single fucking cent unless you want to. But a 5-star review on Apple, Spotify, and even YouTube. If you subscribe on YouTube, like it really does help us a lot. Leave us a comment on this YouTube video. Tell me your favorite
Part of how to save money.
I don't fucking know. Yeah.
Legally. We should have
Legally.
said legally. I did joke saying illegally as well.
Right. So okay, plug over.
I guess we don't have to do that part now at the end. So we'll
We
save
still have to
time
do
then.
it. We have to
Oh, we're gonna
re-remind
redo
them.
it? Okay.
Re-remind them.
I was gonna say another way of Asians saving money is I think definitely on labor costs.
What?
So
Do you mean illegally paying people less money than they deserve?
what
the fuck do you mean?
let's be real. What's it? Asians, we love to fucking haggle.
Oh, we love haggling.
Right? That's one of that's like a signature thing, right?
Like the
All walks of life of Asians, right?
the price on it is not the price. That's the
Nope.
starting price.
Exactly.
That's the starting price.
That is the debatable price. So yeah, a good tradition is like you go to Chinatown, right? You can always do that. Or even just like I remember vividly, like I will try to convince people, be like, hey, I brought my own engine oil. So technically you could, you just have to put it in, right?
Yeah.
I bought my own oil filter. So, like how about I just pay you half for the oil change?
Yo, bet at that point you just learn how to change your own oil.
Yes. I don't have the tools for it, but that's why like I will even go out of the way to doing that. Right, that's one way.
But it's true, like the haggling thing, I think that is a very, very Asian thing to do.
Yeah.
Were you ever a kid and you went out shopping with your parents? This probably is like a lot younger when you actually could pay attention. Because now I don't give a shit if my parents haggle. But as a kid, I remember we used to go to certain places and my parents would haggle for prices and I would feel embarrassed.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's the parents that did it.
I'm like, Mom,
we're just there.
We're at McDonald's. We cannot haggle for the price here.
It's like, wait, how much is that 20 piece? I'll give you $3 for 7. How about that?
Mom, it's the dollar menu. It's not the 50 cents menu. Stop trying to haggle for a price here. But, you know, I would actually feel really embarrassed because my parents would be haggling for a price. Because as a young kid, you don't know any better, right?
No.
You don't want to feel poor and shit.
Yeah, or it seems rude. That's what you think
yes,
it is.
It seems rude. I personally don't like to haggle for that price because I feel like I can afford it.
Okay.
And I feel like the small business owner is getting more profit out of me, so I feel okay doing it.
Okay. That's fair.
That's like a small thing. You know, like sometimes in Main Street Flushing, there's a lot of like small tables and they'll sell like socks or like t-shirts.
Yeah.
Or
like Beats headphones or Apple AirPods.
Yeah. DVDs back in the day.
Yeah. Or like toys that like those little frog things that, you know, will light up and just jump. Yeah, those things.
That's a very specific reference, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Or like there would be the
like a little
the red bin with the water and there's like a frog swimming in a circle.
Yeah, or like
the frog toy.
Or there's like someone that had like little baby turtles. And you're like, all right, they clearly stole this from the park. And now they're just trying to sell this shit.
That's a very specific Chinatown, like,
man.
A souvenir store reference thing, right?
They always died.
Because, you know, in Flushing also, there's sometimes like older Korean ladies and older Chinese ladies like selling random vegetables on the street.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, dude, some of them just sell. This is one person that's just selling blueberries.
It's just specifically.
Only blue. I'm like, where did you steal this off someone's van? Like, there's no way. It's very questionable. I think I saw a Korean Ajima lady selling just grass. I swear. She's just like ripped off. Not grass, but I'm just joking. But
just okay. Some of these people.
It's green onion, but it looks like grass for people that don't know.
Some of these people like sell homegrown vegetables. I think some of it is because like they have like maybe some backyard space and they're growing like a vegetable and they sell it to make a couple dollars. Those people, you and I would not haggle with, but our parents, like older people, will still haggle with them.
Yes. Another thing that they stopped doing, it's pretty unfortunate, is there'll be some flowers. So I don't know what you call them, right? But it was like a big bush and they look like little bouquets of like these really pretty flowers. My apartment across used to have them, but then they stopped doing it because they realized people were just ripping them out because they all cost money per head and they were just selling it.
Oh, you mean like people that did landscaping would put nice looking flowers as landscaping,
but people would just rob it because they realized like it's like $3 a bushel or some shit.
Yo, it's fucking crazy. My mom told me like there's this a Japanese kind of church thing and their landscaping outside is very like feng shui with the rocks and the petals and like bonsai looking kind of trees. You can kind of like picture it, right?
Yeah.
So she told me once she literally saw someone and she knew that person was Chinese because she heard them talking to each other. They literally drove up to in front of the street at night, get out of the car, go up to the front lawn, dig out this thing, take it back home.
Yeah, dude, like that's the thing. Like people would just like take shit like that, dude.
Yo, how the fuck do you go to like someone else's front lawn and just literally dig up their landscaping and just take it home?
Yeah,
that's zero shame, right?
There is zero shame about that.
That's not saving. That's stealing. That's
that's
completely different.
It's like now there's like certain things where people will steal. Like the big thing is like people will try to steal the catalytic converter off your car.
Yo, yes, I heard about that.
That's the thing.
That's crazy.
Certain pipes because there'll be like certain precious metals like copper in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like when people used to steal those old milk carts, right? I know a lot of people used to.
By the way, guys, we're not trying to say Asian people save money by stealing because we're giving a lot of examples where we're just stealing shit.
We're just talking about what we saw growing up in Queens.
Yeah.
So you'll see people of all walks of life,
not just Asian people.
All walks of life,
not just Asian people.
Yeah, not just Asian. If you have 2 legs, 2 arms, and you're breathing air.
Okay. Here is one way I think a lot of Asian people try to save money is sometimes when you go to a restaurant, it's an Asian place, you can actually save on tax by just paying in cash.
Yep. Bingo.
And we know why the restaurants themselves are doing that. We won't say those words out loud.
Because this is all legal. I like how this is. Name many ways Asians do illegal ass shit. That's what the episode is really about today, bro.
Let's just be real. A lot of times, it's a big savings because in New York City, the tax rate is like 8.8%. That's almost 10%. It's like a 10% discount on your entire meal if you just pay in cash. Yes. whenever I go to like a Chinese restaurant, I make sure I always bring cash, even if they
That's
don't have
smart.
a policy.
You can offer it to them.
You can offer it.
You can haggle, and they'll be like, all right, that's
It's not
cool,
even
bet."
really haggling. You just ask them, hey, is it cheaper if I pay cash? And they usually tell you or not.
Yeah.
And if they tell you it's not, then I take out my credit card and then I get my 1% and 2%. But if it's not, then I'll pay the cash and like save the percentage.
What's it? My favorite Chinese takeout, Dynasty. Shout out to Dynasty. If you pay them in cash, they don't do the tax thing, but they'll give you a free 2-liter soda.
Wait, 2 liter?
Yeah, you heard. See,
Oh, that's probably because you're
but if
buying
you're
like
doing
a lot.
big amount, yeah. But
Because I would
still,
say like you get like 1 takeout, you have a 2-liter soda.
and I'll still ask them because sometimes if they don't want to offer it though,
Yeah.
so I'll be like, hey, what's it? If I spend this much, I get the 2 liters. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, yeah. So there's little things like that, man.
That is actually happening in less and less places.
Yeah.
There's a couple of new Chinese places that opened, and they look like the kind of place where they would offer a cheaper rate if you give them cash.
Yeah.
But then when you tell them, they say no, it's just the same price either way. So like I don't know if they're just cracking down or if they know older Chinese people will pay in cash anyways. So they're trying to milk the difference. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Because when you go out and have like a big family meal, at least with Chinese people, a lot of them are just paying in cash regardless.
Yeah.
Maybe one final way that Asians like to save money is by just this is actually 2 ways.
Okay.
When you get old clothing, when it gets really old, like the collar is like deteriorating, has like holes in it, what do you then use that old shirt for? So just to like mop shit,
Rag.
like a rag, right?
Yes.
My whole parents' house, their floor rags are just like my old t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, it would just be like a giant shirt just like thrown onto the floor.
Yeah.
It's not even like cut to the shape of a rag
Nah, it's literally just what it is with holes in it
with holes in
and
it.
tears. It's like, fuck it, just use it.
Disney World Family 1996. It's like printed on the front and just used as a rag.
What's it? If I have like old clothing, if anyone needs help painting, that's
Painting?
painting the walls and stuff.
Okay.
Or you're gonna do some kind of construction, or you're gonna get the shit fucked up.
Yeah.
Like if we play football, it's like, all right, what clothing can I afford to get ripped? We used to rip all our clothing, remember?
Yes.
That was one. That was another thing.
I remember when you were younger, we used to play football. This is American football with the ball that flies, not the ball that goes on the ground. And then you only had like 2 sweaters because you were really poor because your parents spent all the money on the Disney World trip that we talked about on the last episode.
Yeah.
Remember, you had only 2 sweaters, and it was BOXX, the box
sweaters,
the
baby.
box sweater,
They're
whatever
really
brand
good.
that was.
I still have one, I think.
I remember, and I felt so bad because Ben really only had 2 sweaters at that point, and
Yeah.
one of his sweaters got ripped because we were playing football, and someone tackled him, but they grabbed the collar of the hoodie, and then he went, and then they went the opposite way, and they ripped in half. And then poor young Ben was only left with 1 sweater the entire season.
Yeah. It was 2 colors. It was a white one and a navy blue one.
Which one was the one that ripped?
I think I still have that one that's ripped. It's a white one.
The white one?
And what we did was we sewed the collar up. We sewed it back up.
Oh, yeah. It depends on where the rip is.
Like it's on your dick if it's like pants and shit.
Otherwise, like you
your
look
asshole.
like you're fucking Frankenstein with all these stitches across your clothing.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. The final way is like I repurpose some of my old clothes not as like rags, but just as like sleepwear.
That's what I do too. Yep.
Yeah, like I'll just wear like some random shirt that's maybe a bit too washed too many times, so it's like very flimsy. So like
Yeah.
I'll just use that thing as like a go to sleep shirt, and like as my go to sleep shirts get more raggedy, then I'll get rid of those and I'll have like my regular clothes. It's like a circle. It's like the circle of clothing life.
Exactly. There you go.
We're running out of breath. I have to pick up my son soon, so let's get to my favorite part of the whole podcast: ranting and raving. This is a part of the podcast where I like to catch my breath while Ben thinks of something that he's pissed about this week and wants to talk about. Ben, what do you have to rant about this week?
I've been trying to find where the fuck I put it. Actually, the whole that's why I was on my phone.
You wrote something about the sauna was on fire.
Oh, thank you. Holy crap. Thank you. So, I after a good workout when I can, because I'm a fat fuck.
Ben has seasonal workouts.
Yes, there you go.
Ben has the annual membership. He goes once
Thank
seasonally.
you. Well said. I will go to the sauna after my workouts, and I love the sauna. I did not know.
You've talked, dude. I swear to God, you've talked about the sauna on this
it's
podcast.
It's my inner Korean.
There's 2
I
things
love
that
the
you talked
sauna.
about on this podcast. Ben's life stories are full of this. Drunk people from his lounge and
Yes.
sauna stories.
Yes,
That's basically your entire life.
that's it. I'm a very boring person. I'm I'm a recluse. But I do remember one time I was in the sauna. I only do this when I'm by myself. But I remember.
Okay.
No, it's not like that. But I remember I threw my shirt on top of the thing, the actual sauna heater, I guess you could say,
Okay.
because it'll be wet. And to to dry it off, right? I was like, that's smart, right? And I remember, I guess I got distracted, and I was just like, man, something smells like Korean barbecue. It smelled like
Wait, why the fuck was it smell like?
I don't know.
Does it have Korean sweat from you, and it smells like Korean barbecue?
It was my sweat on the shirt, and I just remember like, it smells like ribeye right now. and then I was like, oh shit! I looked, and my shirt was like steaming on the thing. I was like, oh fuck! I pulled it off. It was hot. And I was like, smelling my shirt. I was like, oh my god, it smelled like beef. I was like, what the fuck? It smelled like legit Korean barbecue.
It didn't actually catch on fire though, right?
It did not. But I believe
it was getting very hot.
Yes. Also, for FYI, please don't do that. What I did is very, very dangerous. That's actually how there was a fire originally because of that.
Oh,
So yeah, it can cause a fire if it's dry enough. It will catch on fire. So don't do Korean barbecue like I did. But yes, it smelled very delicious.
Ben is the Korean Smokey the Bear.
It smells so good, dude. I was like, fuck. It got me so hungry.
Oh, speaking of Korean barbecue, that's like very separate. But I went to LA and I wanted to try a lot of Korean barbecue because people always say, generally speaking, the LA Korean barbecue scene is better.
Yeah. Say it.
My favorite place is still over here because I'm attached to it. But I would say probably overall it is better, and it is a different experience. I would say they do a lot more of the ones where they, even at the all-you-can-eat barbecue places over there, they'll do a lot more of where they actually come cook it fully for you. As opposed to here, like a lot of the all-you-can-eat places is you
just do it yourself. You get exactly everything.
Exactly, because it makes sense, right? They're trying to save on labor or something.
Uh-huh.
I felt like it was a generally better experience, and I don't know if that's just like
the weather or something new,
or like me just being there and like subconsciously thinking it was going to be better, so it felt like it was better.
I do think the reason why it is better is because the competition is so much higher there because of just so much more vast restaurants.
There was so many more Korean barbecue places,
right?
Like,
so I think
so many more.
So I think like it's all about they actually do try to keep a standard and they try to just try to be competitively more better than each other.
That makes sense too. Plus, there is a bigger Korean population over there, so
yeah, exactly.
I think it makes more sense.
Right.
So like I said, my recent time in California was actually a lot better.
So you approve?
I approve this time. Korean barbecue in LA, generally probably better than Korean barbecue here in New York. I'm sure you can find like one or two restaurants here that you can say is better than like most of the restaurants there. But
overall,
I think overall, as an average, I would probably say it's definitely better in LA. What do I have to rant about? So recently, I found a pen mark on my leather couch. I don't know if it's my son or one of the kids that come over. But
it could have been me.
Well, it could have been Ben. I know.
Yep.
Whatever. So there's a pen mark on the thing, and I quickly Googled how to take a pen mark off of a couch, and it said to use nail polish remover. I used nail polish remover, and what really happened was, in addition to taking off the pen mark, it took off the color from the leather.
Can I see this after?
I'll show it to you later. So my wife was like, I'm more bothered by this than the pen mark before.
Yeah, because you probably couldn't even see the pen mark.
Yeah, because it was like a blue pen on like a dark gray sofa, so it wasn't really that
I'm literally looking at your couch right now. I'm trying to find this shit.
But now it's like a patch where it's like this color. Apparently the nail polish remover takes off all the thing. And then my wife was like, next time can you do more research before you like just... Because I think I just Googled for like 3 seconds. It's like, how do you glue blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, okay, this solution, quick.
It's like,
got it.
You got a pen mark on your couch? Just set it on fire.
It's like, cool, got it. Set it on fire.
Just use a knife and cut it out. Just rip off that portion right there.
Okay, Ben, we're at the outro. Please, Ben, go through the outro for us. Thank you.
So, uno más.
Por favor, por favor.
Por favor, por favor. ¿Dónde esas pantalones de chupacabra? Biblioteca guacamole.
If we have any Hispanic listeners, I'm very sorry.
Yes. What's it? I think I said something about a library. Anyway, thank you so much. This was a fascinating episode of how do Asians save money on the legal way, by the judicial way of America, right?
Yes.
We did not break any laws. This was all for entertainment purposes only. None of this is factual. None. Me doing what I did at Chipotle, not even real. Never, ever. Nunca. I think that's how they say it in Espanol. Oh, God.
Bless you.
Thank you. That was a cough. Anyway, that's how sick I am. You can find us on all major social media platforms.
Even the minor ones.
The minor ones count as well. We're on YouTube. We're on the Instagram. We're on the TikTok.
YouTube.
Where's Asian Pod? We're on the YouTube. And we're also in Miami. And pretty much we just want to say, Thank you so much for all of our listeners out there, the free ones and the ones that actually pay. We also want to do a shout out to Miss Moana from Hawaii. We have no idea if that's your real name, but hopefully that 3 months turns into 3 decades of you listening to us.
That's gonna make no sense unless you listen to the last episode.
There you go.
Wait. Did we talk about that on this one?
Oh shit, I have no idea now.
I was in this one.
Oh crap! I'm just jumbling the first all our episodes
My
into one.
mind is all over the place. Okay. Please continue.
Lingjie is having hallucinations. I think he is on ayahuasca, which is a very strong psychedelic. Yes, I see him right now. I think he's picturing me as a frog as we speak. He's seeing the rainbow. Lingjie is he's having the sweats right now. His pupils are dilated.
My nose has been super itchy this whole episode. If you're watching on YouTube or on Spotify video, I've been like scratching my nose and trying to blow my nose this entire time. My mind is like half there right now. I have to pick up my son soon, so I need to be fully conscious.
Okay. So we'll end this soon, but thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for our monthly subscribers.
Love y'all.
Yes.
All right, Ben, are you ready for this week's Asian dad joke?
Fuck yeah, let's bring it, bro.
What language does an Asian Karen speak?
I don't know.
The Mandarin.
That's actually good. I like that. All right,
guys.
the Mandarin.
We'll speak you next time.
Yeah.
Love you all. Take it easy. I'm gonna go pick up my son and kick Ben out of my house now.
Yep. Lingjie is dying as we speak. Thank you guys.
Take it easy, guys. Bye bye.